step is to remove the previous set of nails. To do this, you have to first cut down the acrylic, then slide a thin plastic nail tip between the acrylic and then the natural nail. Alright, so now we have to go ahead and prepare the natural nail for the new nail set. And to do this, we're going to first cut down the nails with some nail cutters, and then we're going to drill them all. So now we're going to go ahead and measure the nails so that way we can put on the plastic nail tips. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the plastic nail tips that we have previously measured. And to do this, you're just going to go ahead and get the properly measured nail tip and apply some very strong glue to it, and then stick it onto the nail, hold it for a few seconds, and let go. It's time to cut down the plastic nail tip to whatever length the customer wants. So we're just going to go ahead and take our nail clippers and clip them down. So since these nails are going to be ballerina or coffin shaped, we have to go ahead and clip them down ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and take those nail clippers and clip them down at a very slight angle at the sides. It really depends on how you want them and how angled you want the nails to be. So, most people use a brush, acrylic, and nail liquid, but we are actually going to throw in some nail forms too, which is a new thing, kind of, I guess. And basically it's a lot faster, it's a lot easier for beginners, and so that's what we're going to show you today. So the first step in applying the nail forms is going to be to measure them, much like the plastic nail tips. We're going to go ahead and measure the nails and measure how long the plastic tip is, so that way we could find the proper nail form to use it with. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and prepare the nails for acrylic. We're going to be using the pre-bond first, and then go ahead and apply the primer to the natural part of the nails. Alright, so now it gets a bit more tricky. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dip your acrylic nail brush into the nail liquid and then into the nail powder, then apply that into the nail form that is for the nail that you're putting the acrylic on. And so here you see that we are applying the acrylic. Okay, so once the acrylic has been applied into the nail form, now we're going to apply the nail form onto the nail, and we're going to hold it just for a few seconds. The harder you push down, the thinner the nail is going to be, since you're pushing down on the acrylic. And now we're going to use a couple of tools to take off some of the acrylic from underneath the nail form, so that way it lines up with the nail tip that we put previously. Alright, so now that we've waited a bit for the nails to set, the acrylic to set, we're just going to go ahead and wiggle the nail forms off. Alright, so the final part of the acrylic process is to go ahead and shape the nails even further. Remember that these are ballerina / coffin nails, so we're going to go ahead and take the nail file and go ahead and sand down all those rough edges and make it all smooth and nice. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start to apply the gel polish. So we're just brushing off all the dust from filing it, and we're going to be applying a base coat for the gel polish. Then we're going to go ahead and pop those nails in the lights for a couple minutes. Okay, so now we're going to be applying one coat of gel polish. We're using this really beautiful lilac shade, and then we're going to be using a really awesome aqua teal shade. And then we're going to go ahead and pop them into the UV light for a couple of minutes. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys how you do the ombre with gel polish. So basically all you have to do is you're going to go ahead and apply your two colors, just one layer, and then while it's still wet, you're going to want to pat it down in the middle with your finger, and then repeat this a couple of times with a couple of other gel coat layers. So once you have finished applying all the layers and that the polish is very opaque and the ombre has a really nice gradient finish, you're going to want to go ahead and put on that top coat. Once you have applied the top coat, now you're going to want to go ahead and soak a cotton ball in some alcohol and then rub that on the nails to remove all the stickiness and leave a really nice glossy finish. Alright, so this is by far the funnest part in my opinion, and it's something I can't really tell you how to do. You just have to bring out that creativity of yours, use your imagination to create a design that you like or that the customer likes. In this case, what we did here is we're using a polish pen where you squeeze out all the polish through a little needle at the top, and we did it in a scale pattern, which is basically just little loop-de-loops, and yep. And then we just applied pearls and rhinestones of all different sizes and colors. We put on a couple of gold decorations like starfish and conch shells and seashells and all kinds of stuff, just being really creative, just playing around. And that's what you should do. Disclaimer guys, this nail look was inspired by Lilium's her mermaid nails that you can see here. They're really beautiful, so go ahead and follow her Instagram. They will be in the description below. Just wanted to say that to get it off my chest. So yeah, bye!